Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Kai X Limitless. We back with another one, and we got Candace Owens with a stern message to the black community. And you know, Candace Owens is pretty much the female version of Cat Williams, as she's been exposing ridiculous and fraudulent activity in the black culture. And a lot of times people don't like it, but Candace Owens ends up being right. Like when she had her beef with Cardi B. People call Candace Owens an Uncle Tom and everything else like that. But a lot of times she shows more concern about the overall community than most people. Candace Owens called out the fact the song WAP was playing 24/7 on the radio for kids to hear, and Cardi B won't even let her own kids hear the song.
Oh yeah, kids right here. I
And not to mention, Candace Owens did a whole movie exposing the Black Lives Matter organization for defrauding the people and running off with millions of dollars, for them to misuse the funds and buy all kind of property with the donations from Black Lives Matter. So check out what Candace Owens had to say today to the black community.
Don't worry, I'm going to keep this quick. But Black America, you owe me an apology, and I want my apology. You know, that was a long couple of years of you guys calling me a race traitor because I refused to be an idiot, and I was obviously recognizing the scam that was Black Lives Matter. I was obviously able to discern that they were using the faces of dead black people to get you guys to run around, act like fools, get your sons and daughters arrested in protests, wearing signs, painting streets, BLM, BLM, not realizing this is free marketing. This is how marketing works in business. Everybody ran around to be a billboard for Black Lives Matter. They got white people, you owe me an apology too, white liberals running around with their guilt, opening their wallets, bending down to Black Lives Matter. And nobody asked the question about where all the money was going. If you guys did not recognize that it was a corporate scam, how do you think they got the NBA on board so quickly, the NFL on board so quickly? How do you think they managed to transform America so quickly, with politicians demanding that there was Black Lives Matter squares and Black Lives Matter signs? I mean, you were looking at a business that was being built very quickly around a suspicious time, election time, when the riots seemed to keep happening. Black Lives Matter. They were telling you COVID didn't matter. Protesting was more important. Anybody with common sense knew that this was a money laundering operation. Anybody with common sense knew that Black Lives Matter was raising money for something other than black people. You're looking around, there was no headquarters. There was no intent to say they were going to build a school, that they were going to give out scholarships to black people. There was nothing that was done other than demanding your allegiance. And some of you guys, a lot of you guys got on board and got angry at Candace Owens and other people too, who were telling you that this was a scam. You called me so many racist names and said that I betrayed my race, when in reality, you were betraying your intelligence. You were too emotional to see what was obvious and right in front of you. So now the narrative's cracking. Patrice Cullors got $3 million in homes separately. These other three people, they bought as just now a $6 million house. That's $9 million. There was some house that was announced in Canada that she bought for her girlfriend. Okay, that's totaling around, let's call that $12 million. Here's the best part. You're not done finding out. This is nothing, okay? Black Lives Matter announced that they raised over $90 million, okay? They were funded, they were bussed. All of this stuff was paid for by white Democratic operatives, right? Where's the rest of the money? They're getting you focused to look at the three black people, but those people are at the bottom of the organization, okay? These people were just dogs that were willing to betray their race, were willing to let black people get arrested, were willing to allow, black Americans to riot in the streets for these young kids to get records. They didn't care, right? Those were just your average day hustlers, these three women, right? These three black women were just your regular day of scam artists, right? Like, that's just the stuff that you see. How do you guys recognize scam artists? They're at the bottom. Who's at the top? That's the question you should be asking yourself. It's not going to be a black person. It's going to be white people, right? Because it's only white people. It could only be a white person that is sitting at the top when you looked at who was pouring cash initially into Black Lives Matter, right? I kept telling you it was using black faces as a front, and they were raising a bunch of money. It's going to be a white person, right? They said they raised over $90 million. So far, we've accounted about 10, 11, maybe $12 million that has been scammed from you guys. Where's the rest of the money? Okay? Ask yourself that question. Maybe it's time to look into all of the charities that said that they were backing Black Lives Matter when they were lying, saying that they were 501c3. They were never a charity. Black Lives Matter Global Network was never a charity. But you had, what was it called? Thousand Currents, which had some old school Clinton operatives that were running it. And I was telling you guys that this was a scam and that it was political and that nobody that was sitting on a stage screaming about Black lives cared about Black lives whatsoever. Now, you attacked me. I want my apology. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm going to say here is you owe me an apology, and I'm going to get it. And by the way, I'm going to forgive you because I'm a good person, right? I'm a good person. You guys, oh, Candace, I don't like the way you say it. Even if you're saying the truth, I don't like the way you say it. Well, do you like the way you got scammed? Did you like the way you got scammed? Was that better to hear the lie that made you feel better? Did you like the scam? You got hustled. Admit it. You didn't know what you were talking about. You didn't understand the game of politics and you got hustled. All of you. Maybe it's time now to check all of those celebrities. Those, oh, I'm with black people celebrities. Oh, I'm with them. Oh, so I'm going to tell them that I support Black Lives Matter. Maybe it's time to go to them and ask them why they refused to air the truth, because they knew, okay? These people were in my DMs. All your favorite rappers, basketball players were in my DMs saying, yeah, we know that something's weird here, but if I say anything, I'll get attacked. All of this crap. They didn't have the nerve to tell you what they knew was painfully true. Maybe it's time to check your idols now, right? All of those hip hop artists and rappers and the people that you listen to who told you to follow this scam to the end. Maybe it's time to check yourself and realize that you're following a bunch of people who lie to you all the time. Your life is not getting any better because you're following lies. Maybe it's time to stop attacking black conservatives who have been trying to inform you on this. There might be something that we know. I wrote a whole chapter on the scam that is Black Lives Matter in my book. But I'm a race trader, right? I'm a race trader. Okay, well, this race trader wants her apology. So drop it in the comments. I'm going to forgive you. I'm a good person. I'm a Christian woman. I'm going to forgive you, but I want my apology. Thank you, Black America.
So let me know what you think in the comment box. You know my opinion on Candace Owens. I see she has a lot of, high value traits, right? I've seen some of her debating skills and whatnot. I think she is very high level, and I think it's a shame that, she's been written off in the black community. And another thing too is if you talk too proper, they say, oh my God, you talk like a white person. So, just because Candace Owens isn't twerking or she got a crazy weave in her head, I don't think that makes her any less black than anybody else. So let me know what you think in the comment box. What do y'all think about Candace Owens? Does she deserve more respect in the black community? So let me know what y'all think. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Like the video, subscribe, and we gone.